Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while and that's totally my fault. I've just been completely unmotivated. I had so many ideas in my head of videos to do and just never got around to it. So my apologies. I promise I will do better this summer when I'm finally free from work and I have more free time and more energy. I promise it's coming. Now that I'm getting more subscribers, thank you guys very much. I promise I will keep up with the channel so much better this summer. That was my goal for 2017. So far, I'm failing, but I promise I will do better. So anyway, for today's video, I'm back with my April favorites. I cannot believe we are already into May and the school year is almost over. Time just completely flew by this month and it's ridiculous. I can't believe it. So without further ado, I promise this video is not going to be an hour long like my last favorites video. I just got really excited about all the products that I was loving so far. So this video should be rather short. I don't have too many products to get into because a lot of them have been my ongoing favorites for the past couple months. There's just a couple new things that I want to talk about, some new products that I purchased. Instead of doing a whole separate video for them, I'm just going to mention them here in my favorites because I've been using them nonstop this month. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm going to start off with skincare first. So the first product that I've been absolutely loving this month, and I don't think I mentioned it in my March favorites because I don't think I had it at that point, but this is the E.L.F. Prep and Hydrate Balm. It's one of their newer products, and it comes in a stick format. It has not really much smell to it, but you can see it just twists up, and I love this. On the mornings where I'm running super late and I don't have time to completely moisturize and wash my face and even put makeup on for that matter, and my face is kind of dry, I just grab this little guy and just all over my face. I don't even have to rub it in, but sometimes I like to, just to make sure that it seeps in, and it just does an amazing job of clearing up all my dry patches, making my skin look fresh and dewy. And I even use this either before or after primer, before I put my makeup on, and it really does a great job of prepping and hydrating your skin, and it doesn't feel heavy. It has a nice cooling effect to it, and yeah, I love it. It's like $8, and I definitely recommend this for my dry skin gals. So the next thing that I've been loving this month, actually got this in a BoxyCharm not last month, maybe the month before. This is the Dr. Brandt Microdermabrasion Age-Defying Exfoliator. So it looks like this. This is like an $80 product, which is ridiculous. I would never spend $80 on this little tube. So this exfoliator is awesome. I have really dry skin, so I've only been using this about once a week. But when I do, I totally notice how much dead skin it gets rid of. My skin feels completely new. It doesn't irritate my skin. It has really fine, a gritty texture, like fine crystals or whatever in it, but it does an excellent job of getting all the dead skin off my face. My face feels fresh. I feel a lot cleaner after using it, and it's a little bit harsher without irritating your skin, if that makes sense. My skin isn't blotchy and red after some cleansers that I used. So it's tough, but it's gentle, if that makes sense. But am I telling you to go spend $80 on it? No, because I have Lush products and E.L.F. products that exfoliate just as well. But this, I just happen to get in a BoxyCharm, and I've been loving it. I only use it once a week just because of how intense of an exfoliant it is. But it's really good, so I definitely love that. The next excuse me, skincare item that I have been loving this month. I've been getting samples of this with every E.L.F. order because I've been, ordering from E.L.F. a lot lately with their free no minimum shipping. No shame. So I've been getting samples of it, and it is their Illuminating Eye Cream. And this is obviously the full-size pot. It's, how many ounces is it? I don't even know. It doesn't even say on here. But it comes, just like a thick cream like this. And this stuff is fantastic. It doesn't necessarily, for me personally, minimize fine lines, but I definitely notice how hydrated my under eyes are when I use this. My under eyes were so dry this winter, and moving into spring, I could just tell they were just lacking so much moisture, even if I don't have makeup on. So I use this in the morning and at night, and I just need the tiniest bit. I'll just dab my finger in it, and use my ring finger to massage it in, and then I'll take the next favorite of mine, I'll show you guys that in a minute, and I just massage it under my eye and go out here by my crow's feet, and it does an amazing job of hydrating, and I actually do notice that my eyes are less sunken in. They're actually like evening out and less dark. So I use this in conjunction with my Carez Wild Rose Oil, and it's just an amazing combination. And for $10, I mean, you really can't go wrong. So I highly recommend this eye cream if you are in the market for a new one. Going back into the eye routine, I have this little guy here. This has been my ride or die tool this month. I finally got my hands on the E.L.F. Under eye massaging wand. This little guy is awesome. It runs for $25, which is kind of pricey, but if you look on Amazon, most tools that are exactly the same run for about the same price. So with E.L.F. you get free shipping if you order, I think, $25 or more, and you get like a free gift. So that's what I did. I jumped right on it and I ordered it. I love this thing. It's battery operated. It only works if you have your finger on this little metal part, and then when you touch it to your face, it has a really light massaging or vibrating, whatever, to it, and then after like 30 seconds or so it starts to heat up, so it feels really nice on your under eye. After you massaging your cream a little bit, this really helps it sink in, and I totally notice how much of a difference it makes on like the puffiness of my eyes, and the fine lines are just like disappearing slowly, and my crow's feet out here are lessening. And it's just a combination of the cream that I've been using, the oil, and this tool. The way it vibrates and heats up, it's fantastic. I used it on my mom, and she wanted me to get her one too. So it actually works really well. This is gonna sound weird, but I actually used it like a week ago, and I had a really bad headache, like right in my sinus cavity, and I just massaged this area with it, and the heat and the vibrations just like, it really helped my headache. So I guess if you get like chronic headaches, this might be good for you to get as well. I don't know, but I've used this every day, sometimes twice a day, in the morning and at night when I apply my cream, and I have been adoring this tool all month. It is new from E.L.F. If you're in the market for something like this, I totally recommend it. It's definitely worth the investment. All right. Really quick with eyes, just staying along those lines. I think I only have like one product to talk about, really. Same deal, same with E.L.F. I have my liquid Aqua, whatever, Molten Liquid Cream eyeshadows in the shades Brush Copper and Liquid Gold. These are really awesome to use as a base for your eyeshadow. They just have a little doe foot applicator here, and they're very pigmented. I mean, the staying power is pretty good. You can kind of see it there. That one's the Brush Copper one. But what I'll typically do is if I feel like wearing some eyeshadow, I'll either wear these by themselves just to add a little bit of color and like shimmer to my eyelids, or I'll put these down as a base and just take like a matte powder eyeshadow and run it through my crease and call it a day. So for I think $4, they're really great. I've been loving these all month. I found myself reaching for these quite a bit with doing certain looks for a different theme. Like St. Patrick's Day I did it. That was March, but you know, just different quick and easy looks that I want to do in the morning if I feel like adding some color to my eyes. These are really great. Next, I'm going to move on to, let's see here, lips. I only have one thing, and I actually have it on my lips today. I haven't been wearing a whole lot of liquid lipsticks this month. I don't know why. I guess just with the warmer weather, I don't like having the feeling of matte lipstick heavy on my lips and dry, and I'm kind of over it at this point. So what I went for this month more often than not is the E.L.F. Tinted Lip Oil, I think is what it goes by. I have the shade Nude Kiss, and you can just see it's just like a really beautiful nude shade. It looks kind of pink in the tube, but I promise it's more nude on the lips. And I'm kind of bummed though because I didn't have it for very long, and the packaging just kind of took a crap on me, which I mean is fine. I have the product, so that's all that matters. But it has like a doe foot that has a little divot in it to kind of hug your lips, similar to the Wet n Wild. I believe it's Wet n Wild liquid catsuit has that type of doe foot. I love this. I'm not a lip gloss person, and because I don't like that sticky feeling on my lips at all. But this is really nice. It's an oil. It's a tinted oil, just obviously like it claims to be. It's not heavy on the lips. It's not like sticky or glossy or goopy or anything like that. It's just nice for me to reach in my purse, grab it, throw it on my lips on a day I don't feel like wearing lipstick, or if I do wear lipstick, I'll throw this on top of it, just for a little bit of gloss. But you know, it's very hydrating. It doesn't have a lot of staying power because, again, it is just kind of like an oil or a gloss, so I don't expect it to last all day. But, you know, if I don't feel like reaching for chapstick and I just want to throw this on, I just grab this, and I think it was like $5 or $6. So I'll probably repurchase this, and hopefully that the packaging holds out for the next one I get. But, yeah, these are really great. There weren't many other shades that I was kind of interested in because I don't really wear pinks or anything like that, but this is great if you just want a quick little gloss that's hydrating and doesn't, you know, goop out your lips and whatnot. So this was another favorite of mine. Let's see here. Eyebrows. This is a favorite, but I'm kind of like on the fence about it. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and I'm sure I'm going to get, where it is, a lot of heck for this being kind of like an iffy product for me. I bought this when Ulta had it on their 21 Days of Beauty, and I got it for $10, so like half off. Just to try because it's hyped up all over the internet and everybody loves it. So I have mine in the shade Taupe because the blonde was too warm for me, even though I use blonde in the dip brow, which doesn't make sense. But I like this brow pencil, but do I like it enough to purchase it as a $21 full price product? No. My Maybelline Micro Precise brow pencil does the exact same job, if not better. This is very pigmented. It lasts all day. I have it on today. I have been getting a lot of compliments on my eyebrows since using it. I guess they look more natural when I do them with this, but honestly, I can get the same exact results with my Maybelline pencil. I did buy like 2 or 3 of these because I was like really hype about it at first, but after using it more and more, I realized that it's pretty much the same as my Maybelline one. So I'll use them, but would I purchase it full price? No. But it has been something I've been reaching for almost every day in the month of April. So there you go. Let's see here. Next, I have a couple face products I'd like to talk about. This first one is, again, by E.L.F. I have a lot of E.L.F. favorites this month. Like I said, I kind of went on like an ordering spree with them this month, so I have like quite a few new products. This is the Matte Blush Duo in Soft and Subtle. I'd been eyeing this up on their website a lot, and when they finally had it in stock and they had free no minimum shipping, I grabbed it. These are the swatches of the two shades. They're kind of hard to see, but there's more of a peachy one and then kind of like a deep rose. You can kind of see it here. It's just a beautiful duo. It's perfect for some fair-skinned ladies, us fair-skinned ladies. I've actually used this like rosier kind of, not quite taupey, but like a brownish rose shade to like contour and bronze a little bit. It's a little more pink, so I didn't use it too often for that. But I like to mix the two shades together as a blush, and it's just the perfect like natural peachy blush for the spring and the summer that's just not too heavy, doesn't like draw attention right to your cheeks. And it's very pigmented, soft, and I think it costs like $4. So I haven't seen them in store like at Target or Walmart or anything, but they do have them on their website. So that's been something I've reached for on almost a daily basis just for like a little wash of color on my cheeks. Next thing for face, here we go with E.L.F. again. This is actually kind of a rediscovered favorite for me. This is their Aqua Mousse Foundation, and I have like the lightest shade. I feel this is more of kind of like a heavier coverage BB cream to me, not necessarily a foundation. But I've been using this a lot more in the past couple weeks than I have when I first bought it. When I first bought it, I didn't like the way it oxidized on my skin or the way it blended out. But since discovering a new foundation routine, which is that hack that everybody's talking about, you do your primer first, then powder, then foundation, then powder again. I've been wearing this a lot more lately, and I've noticed how nice it looks on my skin. It's very hydrating. The coverage is pretty decent with that process that I use. And it doesn't dry out my skin. It doesn't claim to dry patches. It makes my skin look really smooth. So I've been loving this a lot this month. I definitely recommend if you're in the market for kind of a new BB cream that has more heavier, I guess, medium-ish coverage. Definitely pick this up. This is their Aqua Mousse Foundation, and as far as I know, you can only get it on their website, and I think it cost me like $6. So this is another one that I've been loving by E.L.F. this month. Let's see. A couple more face things. This is another rediscovered favorite. This is my Maybelline Better Skin Super Stay Pressed Powder in Porcelain. I've been reaching for this when I use it for my foundation routine here. It's a really nice powder for the price point. It's smooth. It doesn't dry out my skin. I don't use a whole ton of it. I just use it to lightly set my face, and it doesn't really add too much more coverage or dry out my face. So if you're in the market for a pressed powder, this one's pretty good. I have no real complaints about it. One of my favorite highlighters this month has been one of the new ones from Wet n Wild. This is their Mega Glow highlighting powder in the Sweetest Bling, and I know it's pink. You know me, I don't like pink, but this highlighter is so pretty on my skin. You can see it's kind of more like a champagne pink. So when I put it on my cheeks, it just blends in really nicely, almost like an icy glow to it, but not being too intense. And I think I paid like $3 for this, but I've definitely been reaching for this a lot more this month and putting it to good use. So yeah, Wet n Wild kills it again with their highlighters. I have no complaints on that one. A favorite loose setting powder that I've been trying to baby this month, because I only have the little one, is everybody's, cult classic favorite, the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. This is amazing for setting your face and your under eye. I use it mostly to set my under eye. It doesn't dry it out. It makes it nice and smooth. My concealer doesn't go anywhere. And I mean, if you don't know about this, then you must be living under a rock, because it's all over the internet. So that's been my favorite loose powder this month so far. I do have a couple that I'm trying out right now, so maybe they'll be in my May favorites. I don't know. I haven't quite reached a verdict on it yet, so we shall see. So the final face product that I have been dying for all month, well, the majority of the month since it got released, but I pretty much grabbed it as soon as it came to stores at Ulta. This is the Lorac Pirates of the Caribbean Cheek Palette. Oh my Lanta, you guys. This palette is gorgeous. I'm just showing you the packaging right now. So I don't know if you can really see it, but it has like a really beautiful galaxy type packaging to it, and you'll see it when I hold it up closer. But this palette is so good, you guys. It was, I think, $24, and I had 20% off at Ulta, so I couldn't resist it. Did I need it? No. Do I need any of the makeup that I have in my collection? Not really. But I went off my no-buy that I gave up for Lent, and then I kind of went on a binge. Sorry, not sorry. But I do not regret picking up this palette at all. This is what it looks like close up. So you have, oops, these are your highlighters here on the side. And then I have like a bronzer color, a blush, and more of like a blush topper slash highlighter here. I've been using this shade right here, this Lost Soul, as kind of a bronzing color to contour my face. You can kind of see it there. Well, maybe not. I almost compare it to the Hula Light that everyone has been raving about. But it's a little more warm tone, I think, a little bit darker than Hula Light. But I'll tell you what, this as a bronzer, and you guys can see how beautiful the packaging is, that galaxy kind of thing. This as a bronzer, like contour kind of shade for pale skin is just, it's fantastic. I'm wearing it today. I went a little heavy on this side by accident, but I mean, it's amazing. And I've been wearing this Fortune highlighter right here. This is a white highlighter. I mean, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. That highlighter has been, I don't even have room on my hand to show you guys. This highlighter is just, oh my gosh, it's gorgeous, you guys. Look at that. And on the skin, I have it mixed with the more champagne gold shade today. But this palette, oh my gosh. If you have fair skin and you're in the market for a cheek palette and you love Disney and makeup as much as I do, this palette. I mean, this, I'm probably going to have to buy a backup, to be honest with you, because I use this literally every day that I wear a full face of makeup. This is the cheek palette that I reach for. I don't touch my other bronzers. I don't touch my other blushes or highlighters, nothing. This is just, it's the perfect palette. I'm sure it'll work on all skin tones. Honestly, I don't see why it wouldn't. But for fair skin, I mean, it's just, it's perfect. You have the perfect bronzing shade. This blush is really nice. This is called Caribbean. It's perfect. I have absolutely zero complaints about this palette other than the fact that the pans aren't big enough, because I know I'm going to run through it and hit pan probably by the end of the summer, beginning of next school year. The powders are just so silky soft. If you're familiar with Lorac powders, you know how soft and buttery smooth they are. They're pigmented. The packaging is gorgeous. It closes. It's the perfect size for travel. I would totally throw this in my purse or makeup bag if I'm traveling somewhere. I can't say enough good things about this, guys. I was going to do a separate video on it, but I don't foresee myself needing to, because I'm just so, ugh, I love it. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. Just a few more things, and then I'm going to wrap it up here. I have, my last category is going to be beauty tools, the brushes and tools that I've been reaching for pretty much every day this month. The first one I have is my Clean Sweep makeup brush pad. This is something that's really dirty right now. I'm sorry. This is similar to, oh, what is it called? Color Swap or something like that. They sell it at Ulta, and it's like $18. What it is just kind of like a dry little spongy thing, and you take your brushes, and if you need like to switch colors, color switch, that's what it's called. If you're switching eyeshadow colors back and forth a lot from like dark to light, shimmery to matte, whatever, you just take your brush and swirl it in here like a good bit, like really push it down and swirl it, and then it collects like all the powder. You can see like how gross it is, all the powder at the bottom of it, and I just spilled it all over my laptop. Yeah, that just happened. Anyway, you just swirl it in, and it dry cleans your brushes so that you can use another color without, you know, like a darker color muddying up a light color, or a shimmer with a matte, or vice versa. Darn it. I paid like $5 for it at Marshall's, I believe. So keep an eye out. You never know what you're going to find at Marshall's. Hold on. Coffee break. But yeah, I wouldn't spend $18 on that at Sephora, to be honest with you. I just clean it with cold water, wring it out, let it dry, call it a day. I love that thing. My two favorite brushes this month have been yet another E.L.F. product. This is their new pointed powder brush. I've heard a lot of YouTubers that I've seen videos on compare it to the Kat Von D, I don't know, number 20 brush or whatever number that is. But it's a powder brush that has a point to it, just like the name says it is. And it's very, very soft. I think I paid $6 for it, again, when they had no minimum shipping. That's usually when I try new products, like 1 or 2 at a time, when there's no minimum for shipping. Just in case I don't like it, I don't feel like angry that I spent like $10 on shipping. But this brush is really great to get under your eye. I use it to set my entire face. I've used it to contour with the point, which is really nice to do. This brush can really do like multiple things. Like, it looks almost exactly like my Real Techniques blush brush. So you can kind of see, I mean, the blush has more of a rounded tip, and this is obviously pointed. But as far as like the shape, it's very similar. The width and the softness and everything like that. So did I need this? No. But if I could only use one brush for multiple things, this is what I would reach for. So this is a really good one. I don't know if they're going to start carrying it in store and Target, but if you see it, definitely grab it. It has a lot of uses, and I have no complaints whatsoever. The next brush that I've been really liking this month, that I usually don't go for these type of brushes, this is the Jumbo Kabuki fan brush from Crown Brush, and I got this in a BoxyCharm last month, I believe, which is similar to like a cheap one that I had that actually kind of fell apart. So I'm glad that I got this. I've seen Nikki Tutorials use this brush, well, one similar to this, I should say, for contouring and bronzing. And that's what I've been using it for, and I've used it in conjunction with my bronzer and my Pirates of the Caribbean palette. And I love it. This one is, in particular, is extremely soft. It's not too dense, but it's also not too flimsy. But it's great to just kind of get in the contours of your cheeks and even blend upwards in circular motions. It's great on the forehead to blend down, which is what I do. You can use this for highlight and whatever. But what I've been using it for pretty much all the time this month is to really bronze up my face, bronze up my forehead, under my chin, and it does a great job. It's narrow enough to contour with, but fluffy enough to blend out all over your face. So if you're in the market for a good fan brush, I would recommend picking up one like this. And it's another one that you can get multiple uses out of for like different types of products. So those have been my favorite brushes. And last but not least, this dirty old thing. This is, or has been, my go-to sponge since I got it in my BoxyCharm at the beginning of April. This is the Pure, oh, I forget the specific name of it, but it's like the contouring and highlight sponge, I think, something like that. It actually came in a 3-pack, the Blend Squad. It's a 3-piece contour blending sponge set. This is not one of them. This is actually a beauty blender, but it came in a set of 3, so you get the tealish mint color, the yellow, and then the pink. I use the pink first because I don't care if I have to get rid of it first. But this sponge is awesome. It's not as soft as the Beauty Blender, but it definitely gets the job done. And I love that it has this slanted side here. You can see it there. It's so dirty. I'm sorry. But this is amazing for getting underneath your eye, and it has like that nice point to it that you can really get in those tight spaces right underneath your under eye, and I blend it over, and it's good for contouring and blending in your highlight, and then the fat end for blending in your foundation. This is a very good multi-use sponge, and I love it. I have no complaints so far. I've been using it almost every day. I've actually stopped using my mini what are they? Mini Real Technique sponges for under my eye, because I don't need to wet 2 or 3 sponges to do multiple jobs. So this is really great. I think you can buy these like on their website or at Kohl's or whatever. And the 3-pack was like $30, but it came in my BoxyCharm, so that they're like $12 a piece. So at the price point for Pure Cosmetics, it's really not bad at all. So if they sell them individually, definitely pick one up if you don't have, they're right in the middle between like the Real Technique sponge and the legit Beauty Blender. No complaints so far about these, but we'll see how they clean. But yeah, that's it really for my April favorites. This wasn't as long as my first favorites video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. A lot of these new products have been amazing, and I hope that I was able to give you guys some good information on the new products from E.L.F. and this Lorac palette. You can get this Lorac palette. They have the eyeshadow palette too, but I didn't really need it. This you can get at Kohl's or Ulta or on the website. I definitely recommend that you pick this up. This is probably going to be my favorite like every month, but don't worry, I won't mention it every single month. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know down below if there's any other things that you would like to see. I've been getting some different requests from you guys lately, so I will do my best to fulfill those wishes. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.